Okay, so here's a really effective session as a striker to do on your own to improve your shooting. Okay, so first of all, the mindset I'm taking into this session is thinking about the areas that I'm most likely to get in the game and making them as effective as possible. So all I'm thinking to start with is, okay, a lot of times I'm going to get slipped in the box in these little areas. Whether I'm running and beating someone and getting in here, it's going to be a whip finish, or whether I'm on the inside and I'm getting slid in and it's going to be a cross goal finish. Now I can set up both of those situations for myself just by the way I angle the ball and I angle my run. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but as effective as you can do. So all I'm going to do to start with, I'm just going to be on the edge of the box and I'm just going to be focused on, can I shift out my feet and wrap it in that bottom corner? So I'll just be here, my ball's behind me, nice and simple. I'm just going to work on that push away technique, wrap it, far corner. Then, so then once I've done that, then I might move back and I might do a little bit of a skill. So if I feel comfortable with my technique where I'm wrapping it, now I might build it up where I'm running and then I'm a little step over, push, wrapping it in the far corner. So I'm just really working on that technique till I feel really comfortable with it. If I've got that one where I'm receiving it at this angle and I know that might be the midfielder playing me off the shoulder and I'm touching it, I'm either doing a skill or I'm shifting it, that's one angle. Now the second angle, and again it's not perfect, you're on your own, but what I do is I start this side of the ball. It just gives me the right body position as if I'm making that little run where the winger's stepped in and I'm running here. So I'll just start with the ball here, I'll roll it in there, and then I'm going to run onto it here like I'm coming across, and then I'm working on that wrap from a slightly different angle. And really, I'm looking to nestle it in that far bottom corner. It might look great going high, but that bottom corner is a really effective finish from this situation. So I'm just going to angle my body, roll it in there, get onto it, wait for it. And this is where it's good practicing on your own, because if you're with a team or mates here, you might not be as focused. So now I've hit 2, 3 over, I'm going to break it down again. I'm going to go slower. I'm going to focus on the technique and how I can just really make sure I keep this low. So what I do now, keep it intentional. I'm going to think, right, same position, slow it down, run onto it, boom, need to go back, need to keep it low. Okay, perfect, I've got that technique. Now can I gradually build it up again? So I'm making it really intentional so that I can put it into a game. Bam, onto it. And now this session's feeling, to me, way more realistic to the movements and runs that I might get in. And then you just keep putting the reps in until you're happy and you feel like, yeah, that was a successful. I've got some good reps on my right foot from different angles, wrapping it across goal, some realistic finishes that'll happen in the game. Okay, so once you've worked on that one where, again, it's going down the line and you're wrapping it across goal, the other option from here, as if you're gonna wrap it and then you bring it back in. So what I'd work on to start with, I'd work on getting in here and just getting that backwards angle to open up that far post. So I'll just be here with my balls set up behind me and I'll just be working on that shift. Can I get that shift at a lovely pace and trajectory so I know that defender's foot can't be there? So James, if you just standing here, just to give you a reference of what you're trying to visualize, because again, visualization on your own gets you more out of the session. There's no point just doing reps where you're not thinking about who might be there. So this will give you a good reference. So you're thinking, I'm in here, I'm trying to shift it away from James so that even if he turns his hips and tries to get out there, he wouldn't be able to get there before I can slap it in the far corner. So I'll just be here, bam. Once I feel like I've got that shift, I'm just thinking shift, slap. And I'm just trying to get that trajectory in the far corner. Once I felt like I had that technique, I'd then add that movement like we just spoke about into it. So I might be inside or outside the ball, I've been slid in, now I'm thinking I'm going to wrap it, no I'm not, chop, shift, now I'm working up, bang. No good. And all I'm thinking, this is again important, just as soon as I've got that angle, I'm just trying to pass it in that far corner. I'm trying to stay calm. There, bam, gonna hit it. No, backwards angle, pass. Just trying to get that nice pass in the far corner. I could then either stay on my right foot and do a different drill, or I could go and do the same on the left-hand side, because, you know, as a striker, you're gonna be making runs on both sides. So I'll probably go and do the same and put some reps in on the left foot as well. Moving into the middle. So some good options in the middle. Spread some balls out wherever in the middle of this zone 1. Now, depending on how many balls you've got, will make it more intense or less intense. So obviously if we've got loads of balls, you're gonna have to really work to get to to the ball. The idea is we're just gonna shift every ball, one touch, finish it. These are almost like bodies in here. If I run to the ball, all I'm trying to do is create an angle, just like it's fell to me in the box. I'm just trying to shift, wrap it. And what we're trying to work on is, can I feel how much wrap I need in different areas of the box? And it helps me to practice. When I get in here, do I under wrap it where it goes too central? Do I over wrap it where I'm dragging too much? And you can think of like a Harry Kane, he seems to have this dialed in so well. He can sometimes have his head down, he knows exactly how much he needs to turn it to get it nestled right in that corner. So you can pick wherever you want to start with, and then we're just going to work on two touch, shifting it, hitting it in the corners. And then what I do is just reset the balls, take a breather. Again, as you can see, you've got to use your creativity, think about the way your body's moving. Can you reverse, can you finish? Again, I'd be disappointed with some of them in a game where I've made the wrong decision. So I can go back in there, reset, think about my different angles and options, and get great practice to really get used to your body moving at different angles and finding the corners and a blow. Okay, so a great tip when you train on your own to make it as effective as possible is, in a game, you're going to feel pressure. So how can we recreate that pressure on our own in a park, no one around? A great way is to gamify it for yourself. So give yourself a point score, whether it's inside nettings 2 points, top corners 4 points, so that when you're practicing, if you say, right, I've got 6 balls here and I've got to get at least 14 points, for example. If you don't get 14 points, you have to reset. You can't leave the pitch or finish the drill, or there's a punishment at the end for yourself until you get that points tally. That way, if you're on 12 and it's your last ball, you start to feel a bit of pressure, and that's what it's going to feel like in a game when you get a good chance and you've got to score it. So a great tip to help you get the most out of your individual sessions.